I'm thrilled to be here today with Kyle Drop, who's actually become a bit of a friend as well as a colleague, and he is the co-founder of Morning Consult and also their chief research officer, and I'm thrilled to have you here. And what I particularly enjoyed talking to you about over the time we've known each other is this notion of the convergence of marketing and communications, because for years our approach has mostly been on corporate communications searches, but in recent days we've been doing a lot more in marketing, digital searches. We actually brought on someone who specialized in that area. So I'd love to hear about Morning Consult, sort of the products and where you see the whole communications world going.
Absolutely, and thanks for having me. So Morning Consult's a tech and media company, and we've bootstrapped in 5 years from about 30K to 35 million in revenue, and we've worked with about 300 of the Fortune 1000.
We share a lot of the same clients too, which has been a lot of fun for us, for you and I.
I think we have about 200 mutual LinkedIn connections, in fact. And I think where we found success is we're running a lot of interviews at scale and in real time. And typically what we offer for different clients and partners is that we're tracking 3,000 companies every day in 12 countries. So we're helping leading communicators and folks in insights and marketing make these sort of real-time decisions, understand their brand at a granular level, and in general make smart, intelligent decisions with data.
So I'm assuming when you mentioned understanding their at granular level, that's one of the changes for us, which has been that communications people have to be so much better at dealing with the 24/7 news cycle and just the fact that there are so many different outlets from which the news comes. And so how do you gather all that information on a granular level that you guys gather for your clients?
Yeah, exactly to your point. I think historically the amount of money it cost or the time horizons for collecting this sort of data made it such that it was just restricted to marketers with humongous budgets or even perhaps agencies. But what we've seen now is that it's sort of faster, easier, more straightforward than ever to collect massive amounts of information. For example, we're interviewing about 20,000 people every single day. I'd say 2/3 of them in the United States, and the rate's affordable so that it's now quite accessible to leading communicators, marketers alike.
Who are you typically dealing with that really understands the data-driven work that you're doing? Is it the CCO, or is there a data analytics person inside the company? What tools are you able to provide these clients?
Well, look, it varies by company. I think historically, everybody has access to Twitter and social media, and I think that has been over-relied upon, and people often make business decisions from that. I'm not completely discounting that, but now data can be collected so fast and at such an affordable rate that I think folks are expected to be able to assess and analyze that. It varies for every company. As you know, some communications functions have 450 employees, so it's unrealistic to expect your day-to-day contact to be the chief communications officer at such a company. But historically we've seen that communications and public affairs, when we have worked with them, tend to be more people-rich and vendor-light. Yeah. So they've got folks focused on specific locations, regions, and not a huge insights teams. Marketing, on the other hand, historically has a research function, an insights function, you name it.